My name is Julian Berezovsky. I was born in Argentina. My family moved to the USA when I was 9 years old, around 2001, when Argentina had an economic crisis. I always went to private Jewish school. When we moved to Orlando, I went to the Hebrew Day School. My dad actually prepared me for my bar mitzvah in the Congregation of Reformed Judaism. It's funny, you know, you usually take a year to prepare for your bar mitzvah. With me and my dad, we did it in 2 days. The perks of him being my teacher, I didn't have to go on Wednesdays, don't tell anybody. And then, sadly enough, he passed away when I was 15, and we had to kind of reformulate our lives. And we realized that living in the USA, while beautiful and amazing as a country, was just not an option at the time. So we decided to move back. And you know, my dad was my link to Judaism. Like I said, he taught me, he prepared me for my bar mitzvah. He's the one that put me in a private Jewish school. He lived in Israel when I was, when he was 18. He really is the person that connected me. And during the upheaval of moving across countries, having a terrible tragedy, happening when you were, when you were a kid, there are a lot of things that you got to figure out. And when we went back to Argentina, my mom wanted to put me in bilingual school. You know, she thought what would be best for me would be to be in English school. And I told her very simply, no. I know where I'm going. I'm going to study at Or. Because I think you have to understand that when you're a Jewish child in Argentina, there is only one place with this reputation for being an amazing school, with this reputation for being the place. It's not, when you're a kid, you don't care about the school you're going to get. You don't care about anything. You care about what it is. And every single Jewish child in Argentina today can tell you that they want to be at Or. It's that simple. If they're not at Or, it's because their parents went to a different school, or because they got in trouble with their grades, or they got into a fight when they were little kids and they sent them to another school. It's that simple. The country has, anti-Semitism, just blatantly running through it. It doesn't matter. Or is an institution in Argentina that upholds the highest values and just gives off such a proud light to all the Jews in the country. It's because we have this institution we can point to. The fact is, I went to a school with the sons of the famous people in the country. I went to a school with non-Jewish kids. I went to school with the people who wanted to learn, because everybody knows that Or is the best school there. But let me tell you a little bit about my experiences there. The school really, it set me up to succeed in life. That's without a doubt in my head. I don't know if any of you have had the opportunity to travel like the lovely Katie's family, but I highly suggest it. There are 2 schools in Argentina. You got Horta Magro and Montañeses, and they teach technical tracks. In my school, they offer 4 different technical tracks: technology, information and communication, business, media, and design. In the other school, they offer 5: programming, hardware, chemistry, business, and architecture. I personally, like I said, I studied technology, information, and communications, and that might not mean much to you, but let me try to explain to you what it is that I learned when I was a kid, when I was 15 years old. I had 13 classes. 8 of them were technical. They taught me programming from every single facet of the word. Everything from back ends to front ends, which for you don't sometimes, databases to what you see, to programming for cell phones, to programming websites, to programming a microprocessor. They taught me 3D design. I can go on a computer and I can design something right now. I can draw up a car on a 3D design tool. And guess what? If I actually wanted to, I could go across, I could walk a block in my school, go to the media center, and 3D print it, because they have 2 3D printers now. They taught me network architecture. They taught me these valuable technical skills, which in today's world are almost necessary knowledge for kids. While I was still in high school. Not only that, they taught me calculus. They taught me statistics. The math level I got at Or Argentina has carried me through my college life. I haven't had to study a single day. for math. And I study finance. I don't know if any of you study finance or are in business. There's a little bit of math involved. It's amazing. The level of education the school has is unheard of. It's superb. I worked on a project while I was there. Extracurricular project with Nokia and the Ada Byron Foundation. Nokia came in. The Ada Byron Foundation, which is Ada Byron, I don't know if you guys know, was the first programmer or woman programmer in the world, early 1900s. She was bureaucracy in England. They bought us a scooter, an electric scooter. Nokia provided expertise. We provided the students, the Ada Byron Foundation provided some help also. You guys want to know what we did? We had an electric scooter. We changed the dashboard of the scooter and made it into a phone. So when you grabbed your phone and you wanted to turn on that scooter, all you had to do was put your phone onto the dashboard. You put your phone, and we were working with something called NFC technology. You see NFC technology everywhere today. You look at Apple Pay, you look at Samsung Pay, Google Pay, all these methodologies of paying for things. You see the ways metropolitan cities are changing the transport systems, where we don't have to use, I don't know if you guys have been in New York, where you have to swipe 6, 7 times before you can get through. No, now you just put your phone there and that's it. Obviously not yet in New York City, but Buenos Aires, we're a little bit advanced. We created this project. I was a 16-year-old working on things that are above the most senior engineers' pay grade. It's very incredible the opportunities they give us. I got to meet, I forget his name right now. Let me see if I wrote it down. Stephen Ella, sorry. This guy ran Microsoft Office for Windows, or for Microsoft during the early 2000s. He was the CEO of Nokia past couple of years until they got bought out. I don't know if you guys know, this was one of the, I don't have a lot of time for the speech, so I cut it short. I got to meet Stephen Ella. When I was at Order, I got to meet Dan Meridor, who was the Minister of Nuclear Research, I believe, for Israel, Deputy Prime Minister. I got to meet Nalei Pandor, the Minister of Home Affairs. Why? Because when they came to Argentina, they knew where they had to come. They knew if they wanted to see what it was like to have an institution, a premier institution in a third world country and how that's run, they had to stop at Order. And they did. I'm just going to talk about, for example, some of the students, the people I went to school with. I went to school with a kid called Gaston Salgado. He is an international math Olympiad. That is, while he was still at an art school, he was competing on the international level, not kids game, not kids play, the real international math Olympiads. He was competing in that. I went to school with multiple international chemistry Olympiads. My teacher went to work, came back, taught me hardware while he was studying in college. When he graduated my junior year, he went to work for the Argentine NASA. These are some of the people, some of the kids you get at Order. Obama was in Argentina a week ago, right? I don't know if you guys saw this on the news. First time in a decade that we've had a U.S. president basically had come to the country. You want to know who he singled out? He singled out an art student. You want to know what the art student did? He created a prosthetic hand with a 3D printer, programmed it, and is now able to control it. You think this kid had the capabilities, had the resources, had the opportunities to create something like this? No. Art gave it to him. Art gave him the opportunities, or gave him the skill set, or gave him the resources he needed. One of my other teachers, Nicolás Amaro Monaco, he had a friend who was paralyzed, completely paralyzed. I don't remember the name of the disease, I'm not going to try and remember it. You want to know what he did his last year? Or not his last year, his junior year, not even his senior year. He built a device to track the kid's movement through his eyes so that he could write on the computer. He gave his friend the opportunity to speak again. Withstanding the fact that he won multiple awards, he was given the opportunity he won a continental competition, he was given the opportunity to fly out, participate in the international competition. Discarding the awards and the merits that these kids achieve, the opportunities, the skill set that the school gives you allows these kids to provide good things for other people. I know that's not the best way to say it, but these kids could have done whatever they wanted, but what did they decide to do? They decided to build a device that allowed his friend to speak. The other kid decided to build a device that would allow him to pick up things and give a prosthetic hand to somebody. I don't think I can stress this enough. Every single kid in that school is getting an opportunity that very, very, very few kids can. Most of my friends were on scholarships. I was on a scholarship. Every single opportunity I've had in my life, thanks to the schooling I've gone at Or, is because of tzaddikim like you, righteous people like you who are able to help donate to an institution that provides a lot of good and are able to give kids like me, kids like my friend Nicolas, kids like Gaston, opportunities in Argentina. It's funny, it's hard for me to speak about it because Ort is almost not a normal school. It really isn't. I have a Facebook group with every single person that's studying under the same track as me, Teak. I have my teachers as friends on Facebook. I'm sure any of the 5 young kids I see here, if you were to ask them if they have their teachers on Facebook, I think the answer is a very, very clear no. I do, because these people changed my life and did it in a way that is almost indescribable.